Hello and welcome to Time Out, your live daily huddle with Tristan White. I am Tristan White. Today is Tuesday the 21st of July. If you're here with me for the very first time, then welcome to Time Out. I'm really excited to have you here for the first time. If you've been here before, then welcome back. Thanks for being part of the Culture is Everything crew that turns up regularly every day, some of the time, or every now and again to these Time Out live daily huddles. My name is Tristan White. I'm the founder and CEO of the Physio Co. The Physio Co is a healthcare company that exists to help seniors stay mobile, safe and happy. Along with being the founder and CEO of the Physio Co, I'm your host here at Time Out. I've got a belief. I believe the world needs more great places to work, and I believe we need to find a better way to work to be able to create those great places to work and ultimately create strong cultures which do great things in the world. That is my belief. That's why I lead the Physio Co, and that's why I lead this Culture is Everything crew. If you're here with me, please hit the like button, maybe even hit the love button if you would. Jump in the comments and say hello, either on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitter. I'd love to know who is here with me, just like Shan has done it and said g'day. G'day, Shan. Really nice to have you with us here at Time Out. Thanks for being here. I know Kira can't make it today. Kira and Carmel, a couple of our regulars at Time Out, both got commitments that they can't make today. Kira has forwarded me her priorities though, so I'll share those with you when we get to the what's going on part of Time Out. Now, Time Out is a short, sharp meeting or live video for those of us who have got important work to do, whether it's leading our families, whether it's leading our teams, whether it's leading our businesses, whether it's leading ourselves and contributing to our communities. Whatever the case, it's really important. We know what we're working on. We get stuck into the important work, the important priorities, and we work through them in priority order. But then we take a break. We take a moment to check out, have a time out, make sure we're on track, and then get stuck into the work again. And that's the idea of Time Out. It's a moment for you to check in here with me and with some other people that are doing important work, a short, sharp 12-minute huddle every single day. Like every day, we're going to go through three things. We're going to go through what's going on, where I'll share my priorities with you. And if you'd like to, please do to share your priorities as well. Love to see what you're working on, support you, cheer you, encourage you, help you, support you as much as I possibly can. Second part of the agenda is where you're stuck, and that is we take a moment to think about what's not working, what's slowing us down, what are the challenges, what are the roadblocks. Really important to identify what's getting in the way, so then we can improve that and move past any challenges. And last thing is a good news story. A good news story where we catch someone doing something right, we acknowledge them, we give them a pat on the back, and we become people who are always got a filter for good, a filter for positive, important things happening in our lives and around us, because we can spend our lives catching people doing something wrong and forever redirecting and being negative, or we can catch people doing something right and really do reinforce the positivity, which is my preference, that's for sure. Alrighty, they're the three parts of our Time Out Live Daily Huddle, the agenda. I can see Marge is here, I can see Pete's here, I can see Min's here. G'day everyone, nice to have you with us for Time Out. Min, I reckon this is your first Time Out, so nice to have you with us here at Time Out. I'm going to start the clock in the top corner in just a moment. We've got 12 minutes together. If you're here live, feel free to jump into the comments and to contribute. If you're on the replay, you're watching this at a later time, same thing. Feel free, say hello, let me know where you're tuning in from, share what's on your mind, ask any questions. I promise to circle back, answer your questions, help you out as best as I possibly can. But let's do it. Let's start the clock. Counter is timing. Welcome to Time Out for Tuesday, the 21st of July. We're going to start with what's going on. What's going on? I'm going to share my priorities, the important things I'm working on with you. Feel free, if you'd like to, share them in the comments. Very happy to see them, to support you, to cheer you on. If you're not quite ready to share, you don't want to, or you're working on something not something you want to share, that's perfectly fine. You do what suits you. But my priorities for today, what I'm working on at the Physio Co. Number one, excuse me. Now, both my priorities today are about a regular rhythm of meetings and connections that I've got. So Tuesday mornings at 9 o'clock, I'm in a Zoom room with Trevor, and Trevor helps to lead and he's a head of marketing. Trevor's not a team member, as in not an employee of the Physio Co. He's an important team member. He's a external member of our team, and I spend time with Trevor every single Tuesday morning, and that happened earlier this morning. Second one is same thing. A little bit later every Tuesday. We missed a couple, but we're getting back into a rhythm now. Is some time with Mike Quinn, who leads the ops of our PhysioCo operations. He's responsible for making sure that the work that we do with older people gets delivered well, and he leads a team of team leaders who then work closely with the physios and OTs who help our senior clients stay mobile, safe and happy. So regular contact with Trevor in marketing and Mike in ops has been what's been my priorities for my job at the PhysioCo today. Emma's here as well. G'day Em, and Nina's with us as well. There's a whole crew here today, so nice to have you with us, Em. And Nina, hello to you. Alrighty, I'm going to share, I've already shared my priorities for the PhysioCo. I'm going to try something different here today. I'm going to drag something onto the screen and then try and see if this is going to work for us. So let me try and move this way. And yes, alrighty, on the screen is the priorities from Kira. Kira Rankin is from Capital Hydrotherapy in Canberra. Kira's here most days, but she can't be with us today. So here's her priorities on the screen. I won't be at time out today. Midday yoga class is on my priority. Missed it this morning. But my 3 priorities for today are full team professional development at the clinic. First time since pre-COVID, no more Zoom. She's pretty pumped about that. Hope that goes well, Kira. Second one, gradually prepare reception team for paperless transition, moving from all paper, all printed files to a more paperless reception team. So good luck with that, Kira. And lastly, present the team leader with a gift in front of the team as thanks for being so positive and productive through the COVID period. Now, those of us in Victoria are still pretty seriously locked down in terms of COVID pandemic. Kira's in Canberra and things are changing pretty quickly and they're back to many of their pre-COVID type activities. So Kira, thanks for sharing. Good luck with those priorities. Hope you enjoyed your yoga class and look forward to hearing how you went with those priorities very soon. So let me try and get that off the screen there. Alrighty. So that is Kira's priorities. Thank you for sharing, Kira. If you're here live and or on the replay, feel free, share your priorities in the comments. I'd love to see them, help you, support you. But I'm going to keep moving, and that is I'm going to share what my priorities are for the Culture is Everything crew. And that is you guys, the work that I do to help people who are doing their very best to grow themselves so they can grow a stronger team and keep doing more important work in the world. And so both my priorities for the Culture is Everything crew is about the Culture is Everything Club, which is our online space for leaders who are really working closely with me and with other group of leaders to build their skills, build their confidence, and be supported to become the best leader of a team they possibly can be. 2 priorities are Wednesday mornings. We've got a bit of a rhythm inside the Culture is Everything Club. There's always a quiz or a poll, a little question to sort of get us thinking about what we should be focusing on improving. So get that quiz organized for tomorrow is my first priority. And secondly, on Friday, we've got a group Zoom call where the 21 members are invited to come along, discuss a topic, and that topic is leading yourself first, understanding how we can lead ourselves so then we can better lead other people. That is the topic. So I need to put together and make sure I finish off and publish the preparation form, just a couple of questions to get people prepared for that group Q&A call. So they are my 2 priorities for the Culture is Everything crew today. Last priority for me is a personal priority, and that is today's Tuesday, and on Tuesdays, Thursdays and Saturdays I go for a run. So make sure I get that run done by the end of today is the plan, my final priority. So that's it. They are my 5 priorities for this 24-hour period. If you're here on the live or replay, feel free to drop your priorities in the comments. Otherwise, I'm going to keep moving. And the next part, the second of the 3 parts of timeout, is always where are you stuck? Where are you stuck is a chance to decide, hang on a tick, I'm working hard, I'm moving fast, I'm trying to get them things done, but something's not working out. My mate Trevor, who I mentioned earlier, Trevor who works with us in marketing, had a big where are you stuck item on Friday. He texted me to say he's changing email servers and he can't send or receive any emails. He wanted to let me know to make sure I wasn't trying to get anything through to him. But that's an example of a where he is stuck that needs to be identified, communicated to the people that are affected by it, and then solved And that certainly wasn't a what do I need to do to solve this for Trevor. It was definitely a who do I need to work with to try and resolve that. He found the right who, and that was Miles. Miles, a member of Trevor's team who he works closely with, to resolve that stuck item of no emails coming or going. That's an example of where he's stuck. So my question for you is, where are you stuck? Take a moment, think to yourself, what are the things that are slowing me down that I need to resolve, work out? Have we been doing something for ages that no longer works? I've been repeating the same stuff over and over again, and I don't need to do it anymore. There's various ways where are you stuck can be thought through. It can be small things, like we've run out of something, or it could be, I'm going to Officeworks. Does anyone need anything at Officeworks to help improve their own ability to get their job done? So many options. That's the idea of where you're stuck. I am not stuck on anything today, but I certainly wanted to make sure there's an opportunity for you to think through what are you stuck on, and then if you are, put in the comments. I'm happy to receive it, help you, try and help you solve it, try and point you in the right direction to someone who might be able to help you out with it, and or sometimes just by stopping and identifying it, we realize, yep, I know what I need to do to sort of get this one sorted out. So that is the second part of timeout, which is where you're stuck. Alrighty, let's finish this off strong with 4.5 minutes to go. A good news story is always the last part of our Timeout Live Daily Huddle. A good news story, I like to tell it using something called core values. Now, core values are something that I think that all teams that are working hard together, that want to connect, build a strong culture, and do important work in the world need to have. I reckon we need between 3 and 5 core values, and they need to be action statements. Sometimes we see teams with core values like teamwork or integrity and respect. And now those words, they're not bad words, don't get me wrong, but I just think it's very hard to know how to live respect or live innovation. On the flip side, if you use an action statement like find a better way, I think we know how to live that value much better of find a better way as opposed to live a value of innovation. In essence, innovation and find a better way sort of mean the same thing, but I think we know how to live find a better way much easier. It's more accessible, more easier to understand. So that's my suggestion on core values, is make sure that they're action statements that people can understand and sort of live as easily as possible. All right, let's do this. The person who's been nominated for living a core value is a member of a team called SPI. SPI is a team led by a person called Pat Flynn. Now, I've mentioned Pat Flynn on Timeout before. Pat Flynn leads an organization in the US. It's called SPI, and the person in Pat's team called Matt Garland, Gartland, has lived their core value of share without ego. Now, Matt is the Chief Operations Officer of SPI. SPI is a big online education company. It helps people learn how to create podcasts, how to do email marketing, how to build online businesses. And I was lucky enough to attend FlynnCon, their event in San Diego last year. I met Matt, and I've just recently invited Matt to come and join me on the Think Big, Act Small podcast. And Matt, happy to come on. And I chatted to Matt about what we might discuss on the Think Big, Act Small podcast. And usually people are very keen to share things from their past that they've done well, they've figured out, and they can share the experiences. What I loved about Matt was share without ego. He says, Tristan, yeah, I'm happy to share all that sort of stuff. But we've been doing some recent stuff during the COVID-19 pandemic that I think we can probably learn and share from, and people can share from very recent stuff. Some things worked, some things didn't work, but it was really useful to share those learnings. And that's the sharing without ego of the really recent stuff and some of the stuff that didn't work out that I think is really helpful. So Matt Gartland, for living that core value of SPI called Share Without Ego, really appreciate what you're doing. Looking forward to having a chat on the Think Big, Act Small podcast. Alrighty, that's it. 1.5 minutes to spare on the clock on the corner of the screen there. This has been Timeout Live Daily Huddle for Tuesday, the 21st of July. If you were here live, thanks for being here. Really appreciate you spending a few minutes with me. If you're here on the replay, thank you for being here. I really appreciate you as well. Really important, now that we've had this timeout, take a breather, make sure you know what you're going to do next and get on with it, and make sure you make good use of the afternoon or the rest of the day wherever you're watching from. Important thing to mention, I won't be here tomorrow. There is no timeout on Wednesday the 22nd of July. I'll be back on Thursday the 23rd. I'm attending an event tomorrow, online event, with one of the people I learn a lot from. His name is Jim Collins. He wrote a famous book called Good to Great, and I've been reading this little one here called Turning the Flywheel as a new edition or new book that he wrote in recent times. So no time out tomorrow. I'll be back on Thursday. So I look forward to seeing you then. I'm Tristan White. Thanks for being here. Have a great day. Get stuck in those priorities. I will catch you next time. See ya.